So we've got down here, we're deciding we're going to put a team in boys B2. We click save, and we can see that behind it that's the team's been created, and there's no players in there at the moment. We can then add another one if we want to, a team, and we will say we want a reserve one. And we could say, right, so that's there. We've only done it for boys open, junior rubbers open. If you click on one of these teams, it's highlighted as yellow, and then down the bottom here we've got the facility where we add the players. So again, the first one there is we're going to add a player. We want to add a player, Christian Yang. So we can click him. We've got to give an order of ability between 1 and 9. If they're going to be an emergency, you can enter them as an emergency at the start of the season and not have to enter them during the home and away weekly processing. So we do 1. We can put a comment in about the player saying they much improved, and we can add them to the team, and they're copied in here, and this is the order of ability down here. Number, this is an internal code number of only use to me. It's got the player's name, their gender, their date of birth, their personal grade, the comment I just entered, and their prior results of they played winter 2024 in junior rubbers boys B3. And the manual talks about what these numbers are. He had 6 matches. His singles percentage was 28%. He played number 2 in the team. The team finished 7th with 21 points and a team percentage of 65%.
What's the player grade, C special, if he's just played B3?
That's not a topic to be discussed here. So
okay.
It's often clubs don't update the personal grade, right?
Okay,
so that might have been his personal grade of a season before, right? So we might want to correct the date of birth because the date of birth was incorrect, or we might want to put in some more information in the comment, or even though we got Christian Yang, the first name might be different, or the surname might have been a typo error. So you might want to correct the spelling or the date of birth or comments. You can do that, and then you can save it. We'll just cancel. You can then go through and pick up the next player. And here we've got Edison, who we moved across. All right, so this is the player that we brought across earlier. We add him. Now, this says new because he's new for Saturday. He's got that he last played, and the UA says he's come from Sunday. So that's saying that this grade here is a Sunday grade, not a Saturday grade. And the last season should be there, and that's another thing I'll be doing tonight to fix up. And so we just go through like this, adding the players that we want. Now, if we look for a player and I want to add Bruce Lester, and I go in and I type Bruce Lester, he's new to the club. Little Bruce, he's new to the club. He's not from another club. He's not moving from Sunday to Saturday or vice versa. He's new to the club. You add new player to the team. And so this then comes up and says, this is the new player, and you have to type in the details. And you have to choose the gender, and you have to type in the date of birth. and you choose a personal grade, B grade. Now, we want some information about this new player. So this is saying, right, little Brucey's had a hit with someone and he's very similar to Christian. So I'll say he's very similar to Christian Yang. So that then provides that information to say what's there. And there's also a comment to put in some more details about where he's played before, if he has a UTR, what his UTR is, if he's played from other clubs outside of Waverley, where they are, whether he's played pennant, all sorts of things like that. You go along and do that, and then you add the player. You got to type a comment in, right? What that said was player comment is a required field for a new player, and you can say, hey, just started coaching, and we can add the player. And so little Brucey's now been added a player, just started coaching, and it's saying the prior history is similar to Christian Yang, and this is Christian Yang's details. So we go through that. We can just go back and put in hang on, I'm just making another note. Right, and you can go back to this team, it's blank, and you can enter players for this team here. If we want to finalise the team, so if we've entered all the players, which we haven't in this case, but if we had, you could then change and look at, I want to enter someone into boys triples or open triples and put in the details there. You can finalise your team entries. And so this says, in open singles, doubles, rubbers, we've got these two teams, there's these three players, this is what the entry fee will be, this will be the total for Saturday. And you've got a note saying not all teams have players assigned as a warning to you. Once you've got all players assigned, players assigned to all teams, you'll be able to finalise your teams to say, I've finished doing the work. We can come back here and then we can go to Sunday or whatever else you want to do. And this says there's two teams have been entered up here. This is just giving you a summary of what's up to. So that's the process. When we do team entries, it lists the team entries and the amount of money that's paid and the details of you'll be invoiced in due course. This is just a reminder that if you're a convener, you might want to update. Perhaps Liz, you've got a new convener coming on there, or someone else is taking over from you this season. This is requiring you to go into club details and update your details of your officials.
So that's the ones that'll be listed on the fixtures, yeah?
I think that's what Ian does that, yes.
Yes, Liz. So the people noted on the club's owner's convener will be the person who will appear on the fixture.
Right.
But if a club has two, it doesn't necessarily follow your one. That why you can only have one, because you could one of the person you don't want to have appear in the fixture may appear in the fixture. So all clubs are encouraged to only have one junior convener for Saturday and for Sunday.
Okay, thank you.
And list the other, and then you can list the other people as support roles like you've got.
Yeah. So when anything is distributed to juniors Saturday or junior Sunday, by including the support staff like yourself, you'll then receive any communications that are sent to the convener.
Yep, and the one that's listed on the fixture would be by default the one who gets notified of washouts and things like that.
Yeah, so they're the main contact.
Yep.
They're the conveners for that that section. Well, for that competition.
Yep. Thank you.